have a little story that I think captures New Brunswick nicely. Last Friday, I was out with some of our candidates, Stephanie and Tina and Tony and Charles, doing some campaigning. And we stopped along the road to look at a piece of land that a local couple owned, who were very upset, quite beside themselves, because the transmission line runs over their woodlot, and MB Power had sent spray crews in and sprayed their land and destroyed everything under those power lines. So we were stopped to take a look at those. Cars are parked along the side of the road. A truck came along hauling a boat, and the two fellows stopped, got out, and they said, "We thought maybe someone had gone into the ditch." I said, "No," we told them what we were doing. And they explained how they've been mackerel fishing. So they said, "Does anyone want mackerel?" Stephanie and one of the other women said, "Absolutely, we'll take mackerel." So he got the mackerel out and bagged it up for them. And before he drove away, he said, "Now don't waste that. Remember, you've got to get that refrigerated quickly." So, to me, it was an incredible moment in the sense that here these two guys coming back to their fishing trip thought maybe someone was in the ditch and stopped. Wasn't the case. Then we got chatting in both English and French. And pretty quickly they were offering some of their catch to us, sharing. And then they were making the point that we don't want this to go to waste if we're going to give it to you. So make sure you get that home and get it cool so you've got some supper, and that mackerel is not wasted. For me, that's what we are about. Caring, sharing, and a sense of gratitude for what this land and the sea and our waters can provide to meet our needs. And it's the same everywhere in New Brunswick. First Nation communities, Acadian communities, Anglophone communities. It's the same. There's a generosity of spirit and a sense of place that gives us our strength in this province. That's why I see the values embedded in the principles of the Green Party as the values of New Brunswickers. These are New Brunswick values, these are New Brunswick candidates, and we're bringing forward a New Brunswick party with some new ideas and a new vision for this province. What we're about has not been reflected by our governments for a long time, by forgetting who they are, by neglecting to, once they get elected, by neglecting to follow their moral compass once they're in power, and by forgetting who they are working for. We become stuck in the big muddy, and the big fool says, "Push on. Stay the course. Keep going in the same direction." While we, folks, need to head back to the shore, back to the river bank to find a different way to get across that river, to get to the other side. And that's what we're going to do. Together, we're going to go back to the river shore, and we are going to figure out how to build a bridge across the river to a new future in this province. We're going the wrong way. We've got to turn around.
That's right.
We hear, "Oh, you're going to rip this up. You're going to rip up the forestry contract. You're opposed to fracking." What's the problem? Because when we're going in the wrong direction, we make terrible, terrible mistakes for the future of our children. We've got to turn around and choose a new direction. We stand with the people who do not have enough to meet their basic needs. You know, there are 11,000 children in this province who are living on welfare. 11,000. There are way too many kids going to school hungry. How do we expect kids to learn? We hear a lot about literacy problems and challenges. How do we expect kids to learn if they don't have food in their bellies when they're in school? That's why we put $17 million into our school system, and part of that will be to ensure that there are meals for every kid in that school who needs them so they can learn. We stand with senior citizens who are feeling insecure about whether their pensions will be adequate to meet their needs into the future. Too often they're treated as a burden, or worse. So that's why we feel right off the bat there needs to be an inquiry into the adequacy of retirement incomes for our seniors in this province, no matter where their retirement income has come from. And to think that our own government would attack the pensions of retired public service workers who worked hard for those pensions, that was the deal, and after they retired, taking money away from them. It's not right, it's wrong, and it's illegal. It's been a privilege to support the people, young and old, people like the young feminists of Fredericton, from FHS. Courageous women fighting for reproductive justice and safe access to abortion services. We have a crisis in this province with the closure of the Morgan Power Clinic, and all the government, the Tories, can say is they're going to monitor the situation. No.
Not good enough.
In our budget, in our costing of our platform, we cost about what it would cost to replace those services that were provided at the Morgan Power Clinic and put it in the budget to bring it into the healthcare system so that everyone has access to compassionate care and safe abortion services. But you know, it's not just about making commitments like this in the throes of an election campaign. It's about working for people in New Brunswick every day, in and out, whether we are in office or out of office. That's why I've been doing right to information requests. That's why I've been going to court on behalf of people to dig out the information that should be readily shared with everybody. So I've been able to uncover the giveaway of our resources. I've been able to expose the Irving forestry deal in doing that, just using the law that's out there for us to use. And that's what we'll do in the Legislative Assembly, just like Elizabeth has. We will learn the rules inside out, and we will use those rules to the best advantage to represent the people of this riding and across the province. There isn't much fairness these days in New Brunswick. We've got to bring that back. We've got to accommodate First Nations, which begins with respect the treaty relationship that we have between us. We have got to bring fairness into the resource sector so that woodlot owners, once again, our woodlots are their primary source, the first source of wood supply to the mills, not the Crown lands. If we did that, there would be 1,000 jobs for people in the woodlot sector of the forest economy in this province. 1,000 jobs that are gone because of the system we've got now. If we did that, the independent mills like the one right here outside Fredericton, like the ones on the Miramichi that currently are closed because they don't have access to enough Crown wood to run and have had to lay people off, could be working and employing people now if there was fairness in the system. And we will bring fairness to the system. I was proud to be part of the Conservation Council's efforts to ring the alarm bells on the dangers posed by fracking and exploding shale gas. The evidence is in, folks. You know that. The other parties hide behind the lack of science. The other parties pretend there isn't enough evidence, but the evidence is overwhelming that shale gas development will ruin our communities, poison people's water supplies, contaminate the air, threaten people's health, and increase our problems with climate change, contributing greenhouse gas emissions on a scale we haven't seen. So no to shale gas. No, thank you to shale gas. challenges are great, there's no question about that. Increasing poverty, increasing inequality, climate change. Have you heard any other leader of a political party let those words pass their lips in this province? No. Despite Arthur, despite the storms of last Christmas, which have left so many people for so long without power, where it used to be the case that, maybe you go with a day without power, and now it's a week or more without power. Something is going on, folks, that we've got to address, we've got to talk about, and start moving in any direction, making the transition to a future that's based on conservation, energy efficiency, and renewable energy. That's why we're saying we can create good, green work in the transition away from fossil fuels to build a new energy system in this province that creates way more jobs, more good work, more opportunity, and be out in front so that New Brunswick can become a beacon of sustainability in this country, and young families will want to come here. We know that we can do remarkable things, becoming more self-reliant, producing more of what we need here for New Brunswickers, and there's no more better place to look than what the pioneers of the local food movement have already achieved in this province, from the young people who have gotten into farming to the young people who have set up local food-based grocery stores, and right through the whole supply chain. It is incredible, and we want to support that and build that with our local Food Security Act. Imagine saying that we need to have good, healthy, local food in our hospitals so people get well faster rather than sick. That's what we do. But most of all, I want to stop the fear. There's a lot of people who are afraid in this province, all around New Brunswick. The Tories have been spreading fear, doom, and gloom. And that fear, if we are afraid, causes paralysis. It causes us not to want to act. It causes us to look inward. And the other parties and the big corporations will continue to take advantage of that fear to their benefit and to our detriment. But you know what? I'm not afraid. We're not afraid. And I know you're not afraid. We are small enough, we are smart enough, and we are brave enough to turn this province around, ladies and gentlemen. We can do it, but this is where you come in. Thinking about change is not enough. You've got to vote for it. Here in Fredericton South, it's come down to a choice between me and Craig Leonard. The choice couldn't be clearer for anyone who needs to know and is thinking about what to do. Vote Green, vote David Coon. And the same is true across this province. If people want to change, if they want to vote for hope, if they want to vote for something that is positive, then they need to vote for the Green Party candidate in their local ridings. We all are committed to service. We want to enter the legislature to shake things up. I want to enter the legislature as the first provincial Green Party leader in the history of Canada to hold a seat in a provincial parliament. And we all want to be there so we can speak honestly and forthrightly about the things that matter to New Brunswickers. and to their communities, the things that matter most for this province, to defend this land, defend our waters, and the entire commonwealth of life with which we share our beautiful New Brunswick. Il est temps pour un virage vert, mesdames et messieurs. Nous sommes le changement. We are the change.
You are the change.
Together we will make change. This time, make change.